The question that Ashley has for everyone is, when did your parents realize you were baking cookies? Okay? Wink, wink, baking cookies. Do we all follow what we're talking about? On the Joe Show, we say baking cookies instead of saying something else. When did they find out you were getting intimate with your significant other? How old were you? How did they find out? What was their reaction? Now, Ashley, you still won't tell me your full story. You told me last night when you called me, you said it happened. Well, listen, all I'll tell you is it was at a hospital.
It was.
What happened?
So it was after I had gone to this event in Chicago, which was called the Taste of Chicago. I got some food poisoning, and then I ended up going to the hospital, and the doctor came in, and he was like, okay, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Do you feel uncomfortable with your mom being here? I'm like, no, it's my mom. Like, she's okay. And he goes, all right, when's the last time you were sexually active? And I was like,
how old were you?
I was 21.
21, and you were afraid to tell your mom?
Yes, my mom still thinks it's me as an angel. She's not supposed to know anything like that.
Really? So he asked you that
Yes.
question, and immediately you're tasked with being either honest or you
Yes.
could lie, and you decided to.
I decided to tell the truth.
And what did your mom say?
She was just, she was shocked for a second, but she was also, I'm happy that it happened in the hospital when I was kind of sick, because she's just like, my baby's okay.
Uh-huh.
And the only reason I waited till that age, I wasn't going to tell her anyways, because my sister Megan, like she told you, my mom had to kick some guy out of her house through Facebook. She had a rough, dating history. So for me, my mom was like, oh yeah, Ashley's going to wait until she's married to have sex.
Well, you didn't do that. I think that you're not married, and I've heard some stories.
Uh-huh.
For me, I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was 17 years old, right? 16 or No, I was 17. No, I was 16. Damn, I don't really remember. I remember, though, that it was Irish Week. So my school did Irish Week. We were like the Fighting Irish was our high school mascot.
Okay.
So Irish Week was a week where it's essentially Spirit Week.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole entire week you're playing games, you're doing all that stuff. I had a girlfriend at the time, and my girlfriend and I went back to my parents' place after Irish Week because we had a half day. And I've never done anything, to my knowledge. She never did anything, and we're like, this is going to be the time. We're gonna finally bake cookies together, and we're gonna be our first and our last. This is gonna be amazing. First of all, let me tell you something. Anyone who has not done anything yet and you haven't baked cookies, those cookies get burnt. Those cookies are stale. Those
Not
cookies
that enjoyable.
they are so they bake faster than an easy bake oven. That's how fast it is. It's probably not going to be enjoyable. It wasn't. It definitely wasn't enjoyable because as soon as the cookies finished baking in the oven, we heard walking. We realized, oh my God, my parents were home. And my parents were directly under us. We had 2 stories in my house.
Okay.
My room was above the kitchen. My parents were in the kitchen. They heard everything. Yeah, my mom immediately grabbed me, bawling her eyes out.
She was crying?
Yeah, my mom cried.
Why was she crying?
Why are you laughing?
She cried.
She was very mad at me. She was not happy with me.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm going to be honest with you, looking back on it, like, what a dumb move. I am filled with dumb
Yeah.
moves in my life. I make mistakes as much as I breathe. That was probably one of my biggest mistakes, though. I wish I didn't do that. A little disrespectful to my parents. Hey, Kathleen, you are on the Joe Show. What's going on? Your parents found out you were baking cookies how?
Yeah, so my grandfather was raising me, and I was 15, sick as a dog. He took me to the hospital and found out I was pregnant.
No way. What did Grandpa do?
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure he died a little bit.
Yeah.
But he held it together. He was glad I was alive, but didn't speak to me for like a week.
And let's get an update on life now.
Yeah.
What is your kid like?
She is amazing. Straight A. She's 15. She'll be 16 in June. She's perfect. I couldn't have done in life any differently.
I love it.
Perfect. But now I'm 32 with 6 kids.
Oh,
Whoa.
You didn't slow down, girl.
Yeah, you didn't. You were like, listen,
Still
I'm
with
going
the
to start
same
early
guy.
and keep going.
Still with,
Hey, same baby
Still with the
daddy.
same
Ow,
guys.
ow.
yep.
Wow.
9 years married, 16 together.
Wow.
So
Oh
That's
my
a great
God.
It's great.
story.
I
Yeah.
love that. See, listen, it pays off. I said that they're normally stale and it's the worst thing that you could ever do,
Uh-huh.
but apparently it works out for some people.
Sure,
Kathleen,
Grandpa
And it was my
loved it.
first ever. It was my first time ever baking cookies. Ended up pregnant.
Whoa.
First time ever.
man, you got
And now we're married 6 kids later.
you've got that magical oven.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. All right,
I'm
thank you.
telling
Got
you.
that
Thank you,
magic loving.
Kathleen. We love you. Amanda's on the Joe Show. How old were
Hey.
you? What happened? When did your parents find out you were baking cookies?
So I was 15 when I met my now husband, and I did it the right way. Like, my neighbor was a midwife. She put me on the candy you're supposed to take when you're baking cookies.
Uh-huh.
So I was doing it the right way, and she found out who I was baking cookies with and didn't like him. So she came to me one day and said, "You need to tell your mom today that you're baking cookies with him, or I'm going to tell her."
All because
Why?
she didn't like
What
the
a
guy.
snitch.
Yeah.
She didn't like him.
What did you
So,
say
I mean,
back?
I ended up marrying the guy, and we have 3 kids now, but that's how my mom found out. And then she made me go home and tell my dad, who's
Oh,
20-year military
Oh,
veteran. So
hell
that was
no.
fun.
Hell no. And at the end of the day, too, like, you're not really, if you're being smart, it's tough because
Come
people
on, I'm about to
people
say
are
what you
young.
about to say.
I want to
Yes.
say, like, you're not, at the end of the day, it's a part of life. It's like the douchebag of the day that we just had. Like, is that kid really a douchebag who got called out?
Mhm.
I don't even necessarily think he was.
Yeah,
So-
so she's the one that said, "Here you go, have fun. Here's your candy. Go bake cookies."
But only with guys
just-
that I like.
Yeah.
But just kidding.
When you ended up getting married to this guy, you said that you ended up getting married to him and you're still married to him. Was that
Yes.
woman invited to the wedding?
She was, and
Oh.
she actually delivered all my babies because she's a midwife.
Oh, wow. And do they get along now?
Oh, yes, everything's great now. My dad
Good.
even likes him now, 20 years later.
Yeah. Well, I love that. Hey, thanks for waking up with the Joe Show. Allie, you're in Riverview. Allie, your parents found out you were baking cookies. Why? How did they find out?
So I was, I think, like 17 at the
Oh,
time.
hold
Wait,
on,
wait,
hold
wait,
on,
wait,
hold
wait,
on,
wait.
hold on, hold on.
Or whispering.
We're whispering right now. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in the bathroom at my work.
Oh, it's okay. All right. So no one can know that you're on the... Here, hold on. If you don't mind, I'm going to go into my bathroom, too, because I want to make sure that we're on the same level for this. So if you don't mind, all right, I'm going to sit down right now. All right, I'm walking in. Okay, I'm in the bathroom, too. All right, we're talking about baking cookies and how you got caught. If everyone in Tampa Bay could be really quiet right now, though, so Allie's boss doesn't find out, I'd really appreciate it. Allie, how did you find out? Or how did your parents find out, rather? Go ahead.
So my boyfriend and I were baking cookies, and the condom broke.
Oh.
And I was on birth control, but we were both freaking out, my boyfriend and I at the time. So I was like, "Mom, what do I do?" Like, I went to her and I told her
And what did she
happened
say?
because I was freaking out.
Did she say
She
you have
was
to be
100%
louder? I can't hear you.
No, she was 100% supportive. She's just like, "Just go and get Plan B, and it'll be fine." Because I was on birth control, but we still freaked out anyway. But she's just like, "You're on birth control. Just go get Plan B. You'll be fine."
Hey, what do you do for a living? What are you doing right now? You're at work and you're in the bathroom. What do you do?
I work at a doctor's office at the front desk.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
You're just sending their asses to voicemail right now. You don't even care.
Like, just sign in. We'll get to you in
You're
a
like,
moment.
yo, I'm listening to the Joe Show right now. I gotta call in. They're talking about
Well,
baking
it's not
cookies.
busy, so.
Hey, question for you. Do you listen on the iHeartRadio app? Is that how you listen at work?
Yeah, so I listen on my way to work, and then I keep listening while I'm at work.
What are you, the best?
We
I love you.
love you,
I want
Allie.
to like get loud because I'm so excited, but you know what? I'm gonna be quiet for you so you don't get caught. All right, Allie, call in whenever you want. You're one of my favorites now. What a fun day. What a fun morning. Get back to work though, because I can hear the phone ringing. You gotta go. All right, you gotta go.
Bye.
All right, we love you.
Jed, how were you caught?
Kind of a similar situation as Ashley, except I
The
was-
doctor asked you, and your parents were in the room.
Well, no, she wasn't in the room. The doctor ended up telling my mom afterwards, and I thought that was a thing where you weren't supposed to say anything.
That doctor
and
definitely
yeah,
breached
Dr.
like,
Dr. Dewar,
privacy.
believe it or not.
Dr. Dewar.
Wait, hold on. So I can explain this even more. Dr. Dewar, yeah. So we went to school with that guy, man or woman?
No relation to the people that we went to school with.
Oh,
no relation to them
okay.
at
I
all.
thought you were about to tell me that like
no.
a parent from our school.
No,
like,
no,
totally...
no.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
wish. That'd be even greater.
All right. Huh? Interesting.
Hmm.
All right, Stacy, I want to hear your story too. You can end it.
All right, so back in the day before cell phones were around, you would go to you'd take pictures and stuff, and then pick them up at like Walgreens or CVS. And you go through them. You don't have to pay for the ones that like are bad or blurry. So my mom ended up picking up my pictures, and I had taken some pictures of baking cookies. And
Wait, of
basically I
baking
was in my
cookies?
room. Yeah.
Of you in the act?
Well,
With
kind of.
with a disposable camera?
Yeah.
Wow.
Someone had to have seen it at some point, even if it wasn't your parents. With the balls that you have.
Well, so I was in my room, and my mom went and she just basically put the envelope of the pictures on my bed and didn't say anything. And oh my gosh, she wasn't mad. It was more disappointment, and I just started bawling, and that's basically
Yeah.
that's
Why do
how-
parents do that though? Like why?
They
so
do.
I had a girlfriend for Valentine's Day in high school. She took some risque photos and put it in like an envelope and then like gave it to me on Valentine's Day and was like, "You're gonna open this when you get home." Blah blah blah. I open it. I'm an idiot. I'm a kid. I put it in my baseball cards. Like literally, I have a binder with baseball cards in it. So I slid them in the pockets. I'm thinking, no one's gonna say anything. I completely forget about those pictures. That was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
In college, I'm moving out of my parents. I'm done living there, so we're packing up everything. My mom grabs my baseball cards. Hey, do you need these? I'm like, no, I don't think I do. She's like, well, there might be valuable ones in there. She opens it up. Bang! Those pictures are right in there.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Hey, Stacy, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I guess that's all we have to say. And shout out to the people. Oh God, that could be something that we should talk about one day. People who work at like Walgreens and in places where they get the
I was
pictures.
16, so I didn't even think about that. I was just like, oh, here you go, drop it off, pick it up, and
Mm-hmm.
my mom being like the person she is, she's like, oh, Lucy doesn't want to pay for ones that are blurry. Let me just go through them while I was at Walgreens, and she just
Thought she was doing you a favor.
She goes, she's not paying for any of these.